locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. You're looking live and down at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. The setting for our broadcast tonight. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche NBA, a celebration of the amazing Latin culture in this league and its fans all around the globe. A great tradition we get to enjoy. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for LeBron.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, LeBron James is closing in on the top 3 all-time list in scoring. LeBron said it's an honor, but he added, scoring has never been on my list of goals. Facilitating, rebounding, defending, getting block shots and things of that nature always ranked above that. Kevin, he has filled up the box score for a long time.
He can impact the game in so many ways. DA, thank you. We don't see this very often, Clark, but tonight, 2 teams that really thrive in the half court.
Yeah, and you know, they can get up and down, and we'll see them do that some, but they much prefer, Kevin, simply to grind it out.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Wiggins and Covington fill the wing. Marcus Morris is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Wanamaker in at point guard. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Thompson is out there with Lonzo Ball. And it's Looney in at the center filling out the middle. Now here's James. Thompson outside. 6 to shoot. Over Wiggins. Thompson misses. Look at Minnesota. They took the win in their last game against the Wizards in Washington. James against Covington. Passes it to Wanamaker. Outside, Towns. Fires from the wing. And that one drops for him.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
Kuzma kicks to James. The pass to Ball from the arc. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And Towns throws it down.
Tremendous combination of power and finesse there. I mean, once Towns gets to the rim, it's a wrap.
Now here's Ball. James in the post. Defended by Covington. LeBron, good.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
And so Wanamaker will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Pass to Wiggins. To the inside. Here's Towns. Kuzma pulls it in. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. A go-to scorer's mentality for Kyle Kuzma, Clark. He's got a wide array of shots at his disposal.
Well, I don't know if there's a more versatile scorer as a young player in the league than Kuzma. He's got the turnaround jumper, the sky hook, step backs, drives it aggressively. Boy, he has got a lot in that book bag of his.
Here's Wiggins after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Ball against Covington. And Covington sends it back. Here's Wanamaker. Pass to Morris. Shoots over Kuzma. Morris, no good.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Picked his pocket. Wanamaker looking over the floor. To the middle, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Kevin, let's take a look here to see where the Lakers rank in the NBA.
And their assist rankings, that stands out to me as well. Good ball distribution is so critical to an efficient offense. And this is a team that gets that. They've made it a priority.
Now here's James. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Boy, I love to see Covington blast off the floor. He's so good at reading angles and making himself a target in transition.
James against Covington. James in the post. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Covington passes to Wanamaker. Dishes it to Wiggins. To the wing on the left. Second chance shot. Count that one.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And you think about the two best talents in Wolves history, KG, obviously, and probably Big Cat.
I would not disagree. I mean, KG is a Hall of Famer. The Cat, Karl Anthony Towns, has been terrific early in his career. The rebounding and scoring, the versatility at that size between those two guys. Boy, it could have possibly been like the Admiral and Tim Duncan. Well, maybe not quite that good, but really good.
And the Lakers with some changes. Ingram, he's checked in for LeBron. Redick comes in for Thompson. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Ball. Now, here's Rubio. Kuzma outside. Kicks to Redick. Five to shoot. Feeds to Rubio. Unable to get that one. And Minnesota now the other way. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Absolutely, especially on the road when you need those guys off the bench to up the ante.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
The shot by Redick, no good. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. And the basket by Okogie.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Lakers trail by 6. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Redick kicks to Rubio. Redick surveying the D. For 3, Ingram. And the Lakers with another miss.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Here's Ingram. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Shot to stop the run. And so it's Minnesota in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be back with you shortly. Well, you see a lot of players who pick up a controller and fire up NBA 2K, thank goodness, including the king himself, LeBron James.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously, when I'm playing the game, I'm putting certain lineups on the court that I see could actually help us in real life, which is very weird.
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Bron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Minnesota, Dario Saric is out there with Corey Brewer. Then there's Marjanovic. Then it's Jones. And it's Okogie in a two-guard. One thing about Kyle Kuzma, Clark, he's not a ball stopper. When he touches the ball, he is shooting it.
I would not disagree with you there, guys. He is fearless looking for a shot. He hunts his shot aggressively, and he's very efficient. He doesn't need a lot of dribbles, but one thing I like about him is that he doesn't hold on to that ball long. He's going to make a quick, decisive move or get it out of his hands.
Here's Looney after the basket by Dario Saric. Looney passes to Reddick. Tries from 16. The rebound by Marjanovic.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Minnesota leading by 6. Jones looking for an opening. Passes it to Saric. Shoots over Kuzma. Kuzma pulls it in. Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And it's Ingram missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Jones, no luck. And Los Angeles guys shooting around 29% from the floor. Tough night for them all around on the offensive end. Rubio the pass to Kuzma. Up and in on the layup.
Taking on everybody, all comers. Kuzma's very aggressive, and he's used to getting hit on the way up. Plays well through contact.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. The mid-range jump shot, you've talked about this a lot, is still valuable if you can hit it with consistency.
Yeah, and if it's a quality shot, Kevin, I think you should shoot it. Move the defense, move the ball to get a quality shot, and I think one of the very best at knocking down the mid-range jump shot, Kevin Durant clearly. But how about Chris Middleton? Elite mid-range jump shooter, and DeMar DeRozan as well has a strong mid-range game too.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. LeBron's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Klay Thompson comes in for Ingram. Hart, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Ball subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Here's Wanamaker. 9-point game his last outing. Here's Wiggins.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission.
Spectacular move. Wiggins' elevation, body control, strength, elite across the board.
Here's LeBron. That shot off. Good work defensively by Morris. Thompson against Covington. Shot clock at 6. The pass to Morris. And the rejection by LeBron.
LeBron, one of those players who gets fired up by defense as much as offense, and that block going to put a major bounce in his step.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of the game right now. good on the free throw.
And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
And he can't hit the second. And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently, they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
Here's LeBron following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
That is the savvy of LeBron on display. Doesn't just convert, but draws the foul and has the chance to tack another one on his point total.
Still playing at an MVP level, LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
Man, his dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
Now here's Towns. He's coming off a 13-point game against Washington. Wanamaker misses. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Only given up 6 here in this quarter. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That'll be the second of 5 straight played at home. Here's Hart. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And the foul called on Kevon Looney. That'll be his second foul of the game. Minnesota leading by 5. Wiggins outside, takes the 3, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Los Angeles calls timeout coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
Hey, knocking down free throws in a hostile environment is really about the battle of the mind.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points. The Lakers in 5th.
They've shown a tremendous ability to cash in on their opponent's mistakes, creating offense with their defense.
LeBron against Morris. And LeBron throws it down hard.
Nothing out of the ordinary there for LeBron. I mean, insane athleticism.
Wiggins outside. Puts it up from 12. Jump shot is good that time. Wiggins has got 6 in the quarter.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
And the dunk by LeBron.
And LeBron is a force rolling to the rim. When he's diving inside, he's looking for the punch.
And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
Free throw good, James.
You look at LeBron James, he's truly a remarkable talent. Every season he seems to add something else to his game. It's been fun watching him, and I'm not sure how much longer we're going to see him at this level.
And it's Wiggins missing for Los Angeles. They've gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Paul with a wide open look. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. On the wing, Wiggins. He's covered by Ball. Wiggins passes to Wanamaker. Now Covington. Lets it go with a 3. That one doesn't go. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Timberwolves lead by 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Andrew, the energy and effort were apparent throughout that first half. How were you able to do it?
We had a good practice, working hard, really putting things together. Keep doing it and come out with the W.
Hey, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. It's Minnesota out in front at the half. They've got a 2-point lead. Kenny?
Well, they're putting bodies on people. If you just look at the rebounding numbers, you could tell that they've been putting their body on and being more physical than the other team. Now, that fact looms large on both sides, and that's going to be the difference in the second half.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
Their shooting rhythm was off, under 40%. Some of that was shot selection. Some of it was the defense stepping up. My guess is we'll see some significant changes as things get going in the second half. Increasing off-the-ball activity, making the extra pass, and trying to get better looks.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Lonzo Ball out there with Klay Thompson. And it's Looney in at the center position. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. Here's Wanamaker. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Minnesota gets called for the foul. Analytics, Clark, are such a major factor for coaching staffs and scouting staffs. And plenty of micro-analysis to go around. But some statistics can actually be a little bit misleading, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. And you can torture the numbers to say whatever you want them to say. So you have to be careful. I think there's a great place for analytics in the game. It's very useful in some areas, but you have to balance it. There has to be a blend there. Take, for instance, shot blocking. Just because you don't block a shot, that sometimes can dismiss what changing shots do to a team's defense or for a team's defense. The number of threes being taken. Effective field goal percentage is more important than raw field goal percentage because of threes.
And it's tied up with that one.
And one thing the Wolves have done well over the past few seasons, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, you know, they squeeze it well. Low turnovers can be a double-edged sword, though. If you don't make many mistakes, maybe you're not being aggressive enough.
Now here's Towns. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. It's Kuzma penetrating. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Kuzma's got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Pass to Morris. Shoots over Kuzma. Morris, no good.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
James, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
You know, that's one of the reasons LeBron is so hard to defend, Kevin. I mean, he puts you in a tough spot, forces you to foul him because he's so strong and athletic, and then he gets himself to the line.
The first one falls.
And, you know, guys, I don't think there's any question about it. Frank Vogel, as the Lakers head coach, going to need to find success quickly. I mean, there's an impatience and an urgency in L.A. to make the most of LeBron's last few years in his prime.
And the Lakers making a change here. Ingram's checked in. And James drills them both. And Clark, one of the Lakers' conditions when hiring Vogel was adding Jason Kidd as an assistant coach. Kidd had also been a candidate for the head coaching job.
Well, I think that's a recipe for a little palace intrigue, and I know the media will stay on top of that all season long. I think they'll say all the right things and try to make it work, but if the Lakers falter, it would not surprise many if Jay Kidd took over.
Here's Ingram after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Covington against James. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And, you know, you come to expect this type of play from LeBron. I mean, he's relentless when he's in attack mode.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. And some changes here for the Lakers. J.J. Redick's checked in for Looney, and Ricky Rubio subbed in for Lonzo Ball. Timberwolves also changing it up. Marjanovic comes in for Marcus Morris. And Okogie subbed in for Robert Covington. Now here's Towns. He's got 6. Pass to Okogie. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Okogie's got it all tied up now for the Timberwolves. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. The drive by James, and LeBron throws it down hard.
You cannot give James these types of opportunities. That guy is relentless.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break.
You know, the Timberwolves made Karl Anthony Towns their franchise cornerstone going forward. Cat signed a 5-year deal worth $190 million, and really it's not even a question. He's the present and future of this team. No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
James, the pass to Redick. He dishes it to Ingram. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. And with Towns in his extension, Clark, it would have been hard to imagine the Timberwolves doing anything different.
Yeah, you know, I think it's really rare to find a player so complete at this young age as Towns is. I mean, the production he gives you with his scoring and rebounding is really irreplaceable.
And here's Rubio, following the three-pointer by Andrew Wiggins. Kuzma kicks to Ingram. There's the dish to Redick. Releases. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 4 rebounds in this game.
something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
And here's Kuzma, following the three-pointer by Andrew Wiggins. Back to LeBron. Count that as his seventh field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Minnesota calls timeout. Hardy's checked in for Los Angeles. Minnesota also making some changes. Sharch checked in for Marjanovic. Brewer comes in for Josh Okogie. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. Now here's Jones. There's the feed to Sharch. Back to Jones. Banked in off the glass. Jones has got his second basket.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And sometimes that's the best policy when you're going up against a big guy. Take it to the 10, right at him, get to the rack.
Now, here's Rubio. He kicks to LeBron. It's Ingram on the wing, covered by Brewer. And that one's good, Ingram.
They found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
Jones, the pass to Brewer. Sharch outside. Towns with it. Dishes to Wiggins. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Some solid defense from Ingram. Over Wiggins. And it's Ingram missing. Now Brewer. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Towns. And again, it's Minnesota.
Well, I like the focus Towns has. So confident down low. Take
Go!
Count it.
At the buzzer!
Wow, what a shot. And listen to this place explode.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Timberwolves ahead, leading by a point. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. On the court for Minnesota, Brewer is out there with Jones. Then it's Dario Saric. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Towns in at center. Here's Hart. On the wing, Thompson. Defended by Covington. Thompson misses. Minnesota in the lead. Covington passes to Saric. Kicks it out to Jones. Pass to Towns. And that comes off the assist by Jones. That's 10 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Thompson. He feeds it to James. Over Sharch. James, no good. Minnesota leading by 3. Here's Jones. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
James kicks to Hart. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. For the 3. Can't hit that one. And Minnesota now the other way. Here's Brewer. Top of the key jumper, no good.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Timeout called the Lakers. And the level of detail that Robert Covington approaches defense with is just phenomenal. He is always prepared for his matchup.
Yeah, and that's why he's an outstanding defender, Kevin, because he's got the physical attributes. He's got excellent speed and quickness for a guy of his size, good length and strength, outstanding hands. But he does a nice job of studying his opponent and what he needs to do to be effective defensively. I think he's one of the better defenders in the game and on the wing.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during that last timeout, I listened to Frank Vogel talk to his team. He said they've played well in certain areas, but the lack of detail to the defensive boards has allowed their opponent too many second chance opportunities. And that, he said, is the difference in this game. You have to get busy on the glass, Kevin.
And here's Jones following Kyle Kuzma's 3. Over to the wing. Towns wide open. That one off the back iron and out. Here's Ball. The three-pointer no good. Minnesota leading by 4. Outside Covington. Jones against Ball. With the shot. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there. And neither can he.
And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one is on Towns.
Already a skilled interior player. At times when Kuzma is close to the basket, you have no choice but to foul him.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for Jones. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
You know, some folks were saying Kuzma wouldn't even get drafted a few years ago. That's why this draft stuff is more art than science sometimes, but he has proven his doubters wrong very quickly.
Here's Wanamaker, Towns, and the 3 off target.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Feeds it to James to take the lead. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Now, here's Wiggins. Here's Towns. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Man, how about the cool, calm collectedness of Towns? Helps him come through when the game gets snug.
Covington against LeBron. Thompson in the corner. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Timberwolves leading by 3. And it's Wiggins missing. Ball, the pass to Kuzma. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
Kyle Kuzma showing you the killer instinct which oftentimes is really special, showing you how valuable he is.
Here's Wanamaker. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Money!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
And the Timberwolves call time. They're trailing by 1. 52 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hand.
And Towns throws it down.
Absolutely amazing, Kevin. This young man is so money, and his teammates absolutely love him. Karl Anthony Towns, a.k.a. Big Cat.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're down by 1. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Well, he is going to the line, but that's not a bad play by the defense. I mean, you just can't let LeBron run free. I think you're always better off making him earn it at the line.
At the line for 2.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And the second of 2 is good. That ties the game up.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Morris outside, kicks it to Covington. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Lonzo Ball picks one up.
Really nice work here from Covington to draw the foul on his way up. He's got a real talent for drawing fouls and getting himself to the foul line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He knocks down the clutch free throw.
Man, you got to love the intensity of Covington. I mean, he's a consistent shooter from beyond the arc, and he's a player that also isn't afraid to get dirty on the glass for rebounds. That's a nice combination, nice stroke, but still he'll do some dirty work too.
Saric has checked in for Minnesota. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Getting it done at the line as he usually does, and that could be huge in a tight game like this one.
And the Lakers call time here. They're trailing by 2. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The shot and game clock separated by 4. LeBron against Covington. James outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Thompson for 3. But they get it back. Can't get the 3 to fall. And another shot. So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
It feels great, I think the whole team played great. We shared the ball, we grabbed rebounds, we made big possessions, so I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congrats again. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.